Welcome to YT English Language Academy. The Ants and the Grasshopper. English Story Chapter 1, A Busy Summer. On a warm summer day, the sun was shining brightly over a lush green meadow. The ants were hard at work, carrying grains of wheat and storing them in their anthill. They moved in a line, each one carrying a small piece of food. Their tiny legs worked tirelessly as they marched back and forth, collecting supplies for the colder days ahead. "Hurry, everyone," said Auntie, the leader of the ants. "Winter will come before we know it, and we must prepare." Nearby, under the shade of a large tree, a cheerful grasshopper named Hoppy was playing his violin. The music echoed across the meadow, filling the air with joy. Hoppy noticed the ants scurrying about and called out to them. "Why are you all working so hard?" he asked. "Come and enjoy this beautiful day." Auntie stopped for a moment and looked at Hoppy. "We are gathering food for the winter. When the cold comes and the ground is covered in snow, there will be nothing to eat." Hoppy laughed and played a lively tune on his violin. "Winter is so far away. There's plenty of time to worry about that later. For now, let's have fun." But the ants ignored him and continued their work. They knew that preparing for the future was more important than enjoying the moment. Chapter 2, The Changing Seasons. As summer turned into autumn, the days grew shorter, and the air became cooler. The meadow was now golden, and the trees were dressed in vibrant shades of red, orange, and yellow. The ants were still busy, but their food stores were nearly full. They had worked tirelessly all summer and were proud of their efforts. Hoppy, on the other hand, had spent his days singing, dancing, and relaxing. He had not gathered any food or prepared for the cold months ahead. He still believed there was plenty of time to get ready. One crisp morning, Hoppy noticed frost on the grass. The cold weather had arrived sooner than he expected. He shivered as he hopped through the meadow, searching for food. But the once abundant meadow was now barren. The flowers were gone, and the ground was hard and unyielding. "What will I do?" Hoppy wondered aloud. "I should have listened to the ants." Chapter 3. A harsh winter had arrived, covering the meadow in a thick blanket of snow. The ants were safe and warm inside their anthill. Their food stores were full, and they spent their days sharing stories and enjoying the fruits of their labor. Hoppy, however, was not so fortunate. He wandered through the snowy landscape, cold and hungry. His violin, once a source of joy, now lay silent in his hands. He thought about the ants and their hard work and felt regret for not heeding their advice. One day, Hoppy found himself near the anthill. He hesitated for a moment, then knocked gently on the entrance. Auntie appeared, looking surprised to see the grasshopper. "Hoppy, what are you doing here?" Auntie asked. "I'm cold and hungry," Hoppy admitted. "I didn't prepare for winter, and now I have nothing to eat." Auntie looked at Hoppy with compassion. "We warned you, but you chose to spend your time playing and singing." "I know," Hoppy said, lowering his head. "I was foolish. Please, can you help me?" Chapter 4, A Lesson Learned. The ants held a meeting to decide what to do. Some ants felt that Hoppy should learn from his mistakes and face the consequences. Others believed in showing kindness, even to those who had been careless. In the end, Auntie decided to help Hoppy, but with one condition. "We will share our food with you," Auntie said, "but you must promise to help us next summer. Work with us, and you will understand the value of preparation." Hoppy eagerly agreed. "I promise. I will work hard and prepare for the future." The ants gave Hoppy food and a warm place to stay. He was grateful for their generosity and spent the winter learning from them. He listened to their stories and understood the importance of planning ahead. When spring arrived, the snow melted and the meadow came back to life. Hoppy kept his promise. He worked alongside the ants, gathering food and storing it for the next winter. Though he still played his violin, he made sure to balance his time between work and play. Chapter 5. A New Beginning. As the seasons passed, Hoppy became a part of the ants' community. He learned to appreciate the value of hard work and the joy of being prepared. His music became a source of motivation for the ants as they worked, and he felt a sense of fulfillment he had never known before. When winter came again, Hoppy was ready. He stayed warm and well-fed, knowing he had contributed to the preparations. The ants and Hoppy spent their evenings together, singing songs and sharing laughter. From that day on, Hoppy never forgot the lesson he had learned. He realized that life was about balance. enjoying the present while preparing for the future. And so the ants and the grasshopper lived happily, each contributing in their own way to the harmony of the meadow. The end. Thanks for watching. Subscribe now. YT English Language Academy.